Today I fucked up by helping a big spider who TIFU, and popped my bazookas out of my bra shirtless in public whilst screeching. Trigger warning, big spider, Australia. So, we'd gone to a vintage car rally out in a country town, was standing outside that oil-lit block in a playground waiting for my elderly mother to come out. A couple of 12-year-old boys went in the boys' side, and came running back out yelling to their mums, "There's a massive spider in there. A huge huntsman in the urinal, we can't pee in there." I used to live off-grid, so I was quite excited to see this huge lol huntsman, thought I'd help the boys out, show 'em how they gotta do it tough in the outback. I picked up a stick with which to help poor Spidey out of the urinal with, and in I went. Major disappointment, the spider was barely as big as a matchbox, not at all a big hairy dinner plate sized long spaghetti legs huntsman. Looking around for a proper big fella, I called out to the boys, "You mean this black one here?" They were outside holding their pee-pee in, doing worried Pikachu faces saying yeah that one. WTF, I says, "He's so small!" Exclamation mark. So, hairless matte black, it's not deadly venomous funnel web, pretty sure it's not a black widow redback, no big deal, can't kill me FFS, and he can't climb up the slippery stainless steel sides out of the urinal. No worries, I lower the branch down for poor Spidey to climb aboard for his salvation ride out of there. He jumps on, I turn and walk outside when of course the foo/cur runs up the stick. Shrieking I hurl the stick, but Spidey's too fast and runs up my arm towards my face. Ha 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 ha. Freaking out if he's gonna get into my long hair, I start doing the crazy FU. King Spiders on me twisty jerky pirouette there in the park by the dunnies with the kids and everybody flipping out. I think I feel him go down my shirt, so screaming blue murder I rip my shirt off, my bazookas pop out of my bra, but luckily out of the corner of my eye I see poor Spidey fly sideways down onto the ground and lands with an audible thud. Stunned. Phew. Clutching my shirt to naked chest we all lean in and I Spidey, wondering if he's okay. Hurrah, he uncurls and scrabbles off to hide under a piece of bark. The boys run in to finally pee, me, my mum and the boys' mums all laughing tears out of our eyes while I get my shirt back on inside out, but the puppy's out of public view. Just another day in Australia. Sheesh. And it wasn't even a giant huntsman. Too long didn't read, helped a trapped matchbox-sized spider out of boys' urinals at a playground. It ran up the stick and my arm disappeared down my shirt. When I ripped my shirt off, my bazookas popped out of my bra for all the park to see, but Spidey got away alive and unpeed on. Yay. Edit, my bad, sorry, I should have said, Australia is not in a pandemic scenario. They closed borders in March 2020. Borders are still closed. We do not have even 1,000 deaths since it started, had only a few months of lockdowns. Only citizens and residents allowed in, everybody goes direct to government mandated quarantine hotel for 2 weeks. No allowed out until COVID negative test result. Well, some Hollywood celebrities been coming in, to escape pandemic outside and make movies here. But they too, direct to 2 weeks quarantine till negative test. Life here is pretty much normal now, social distancing etc. recommended, but so people can stop sending me hate messages about going to a vintage car rally during a pandemic, thanks. I'm very sorry for everyone everywhere, it's horrendous sad, this shite pandemic, hope it eases soon, frown. I used to read water meters. I my city they are in the sidewalk with a heavy metal lid. In the summer opening one is like a roach volcano. It pour out. The guy I was with had one run up his pants leg. He dropped his pants in the middle of the sidewalk in a tourist popular area. Everyone knew he wore boxers. I was gonna say dibs on the band name Roach Volcano, but fuck no, someone else can have it. It all made sense when I got to Australia. Fun fact, once spiders hang from a strand they can't stop making web until they land on something, so if you can see one in your house that you want to get rid of and it's on the end of its strand dangling, you can just pinch the strand above where it is, and walk it outside. It can't climb up to get you, it can't jump off its thread, it's basically your prisoner until it lands. Plot twist, the kids planned this, and it went accordingly. Those kids saw a big spider, got help by a stranger, and got shown boobs. Hell of a day for them, I guess. When I saw trigger warning, I thought there was going to be pics. Of what? The boobs or the spider? Today I fucked up and the cops thought I was the school shooter. When I was in university, I paid for a bedroom in a shared house with a few other people, all students. Living here meant I didn't have to own cutlery, dishes, mugs and all the basics because they were included. I usually took a mug to school because coffee was cheaper if you brought your own mug. Student problems. All the not cringe mugs were taken except one that said I'm gay so what? A campaign my school threw to support gay individuals at school, and a mug that had a gun handle for a handle. Figured I didn't want to confuse people at my university since I'm straight, so I went with the gun mug. Well, while I was at the campus library a person wrote on Twitter that they were going to shoot up my university. This brought a ton of police officers to my school. They start rushing us all out of the library and I wasn't able to really pack anything, so I was holding my laptop in one hand, my full cup of coffee in the other with my bag in the same hand. Everyone's at the entrance and the police are carrying rifles and they're going through everyone's bag at the front doors. I wait in line for my turn and then finally walk up. Suddenly, people are shouting and I'm thrown to the ground and wrestled on my stomach by an officer while the others have their guns raised. I'm so confused and scared out of my mind. At first I thought it was the shooter who threw me down. Then I realized, when I was holding my laptop under my arm, my bag in the other hand was covering the cup part of the gun mug. So when I walked up with my laptop under my left arm and my bag and coffee in the other, all they could see was the handle of the gun mug. After a few minutes of fear, and people now thinking I'm the school shooter, they move my bag and underneath it was a massive coffee stain on the carpet and my mug on its side. That day, I was told to never bring this mug back to the university and was met by very unhappy officers. I've attached a photo as a similar looking mug for reference. Too long didn't read. I went to school to study and brought a cringy mug with me. A person threatens to shoot up the school and the police think I'm the school shooter. Lesson of today: better be thought of as gay than as a school shooter. At first I thought it was the shooter who threw me down. Yeah, that's why I feel like cops yelling is not very effective. Can't understand their instructions because they're yelling, if you do the wrong thing you die. Show me your hands, don't fucking move on the ground now, roll over, don't move, stop resisting. This mug is never a good idea. Lesson were learned that day. And that mug never left my house again. Smiley face. That, my friend, is a top quality unintentional fuck up. Probably the closest I've ever thought that I was going to die. I wanted to cry, I was so scared. But at least no one thought you were gay, am I right? /s. I nose breathe laughed at this lol, smiley face. In the grand scheme of things I should have just taken the other mug. Happy cake day! Exclamation mark. Today I fucked up by tear gassing my family. Happened yesterday. I like to eat spicy food. Usually I just chop up chilies and throw them on my food either raw or maybe when I bake some dish. Yesterday decided to be more adventurous and chopped up a bunch of garlic and Thai chilies and habaneros and mix in to make a spicy fried rice. Heated up the oil till it started smoking, then dumped my chopped up bowl of garlic and chilies to get it nice and fried up. Proceed to continue to make my fried rice. Then I noticed my kid started coughing and then the other kid and then my wife. Turns out frying those chilies at hot temperature creates a spicy smoke that wafted around the house and can make you tear up and cough. The spicy fried rice was good though, probably not worth it to tear gas my family again over it. Too long didn't read. Accidentally tear gassed my family by making spicy fried rice with fresh chilies. You probably want to change the oil you are using. If you go for one with a higher smoke point, you get less of a cloud of doom. It happens almost all the time in my Asian family. Edit 1 whoa guys, 20 upvotes. Thanks! Exclamation mark. Every Asian family. A bit out of context, but I love garlic. If you blacken the garlic, kind of burnt, and mix it with rice is so good. Later on that night he gassed them a second time. Well, that brought a tear to my eye.